All right. Seems good. Let's see. Seems legit. Everything seems legit here. Good. There it is. See, I got to check it like that. Still don't have full confidence. Anyway, I'm going to do a little review here of my teams to see what I want to do in tonight's draft. Drafted 9 of them so far. Put a little reviewing tool into my setup here, so it should be easier for me to review my teams. All right. The first thing I did was I broke down the teams versus 2025. So I'm not going to review all my teams. I'm going to review the ones I think are competitive or builds I want to go with. I did concoct a team last night that got up to 73. I have a team here. This is a team I'm chasing. This build is kind of a build to chase. I can't do it anymore though. This is the 9.5 saves build. You have to be highly specialized. This gentleman obviously is. He's drafting these 9.5 saves builds ahead of every one of my teams that I've drafted. So I just want to kind of go in on these two teams that I'll look at them all probably, but these two teams that got pretty high were the Squirrels and the Moons. So let's take a look at those teams. Moons. That's in draft 159. I don't quite have the names of the players in here. This draft is the strongest draft I've been in though, where these teams finished the highest of any. This group of teams in here finished the highest out of any, and I was the 2 team in this draft. So let's see, one's right here. See, this is a Shohei Ohtani team. So this is what I'm going to have to do tonight. Funny enough. Okay, I have the 1 pick. I guess I'll have to look at my other Shohei team. I have the 1 pick, which is kind of, this is a 2 pick Shohei fell to me. I'm sure Bobby Witt went number 1. Yes, there he is, Bobby Witt, number 1. Interesting, though. So here I went Shohei, arm. This is what I'm considering doing tonight. Very good team here. Very good team. Some calculations still going on. There it is, the rankings coming across. I was going to say this team did not rank 14. This team ranked higher than that, I'm sure. Ohtani, Baldwin. This is a team I could build again. I feel like I could get all these values. Ian Happ feels like that might have been a value there. I might have reached for Edwards. Nobody wants Mackenzie Gore. I could get him there again. This right here is questionable. These 3 outfielders, Lyle, Trout, and Carpenter, their at-bats are looking very suspect. This is a low at-bat team. What does this team have? This team hit on its relievers might be all right. Riley O'Brien, Robert Garcia, and Brian Brehu. And Sumhill still got to 1,300 strikeouts. So that's because you drafted up front here. Because you got into Blake Snell. You did 2 Dodgers, Glasnow. There's the other strikeout you love, Castillo. There's Mackenzie Gore for strikeouts there. So that was fully a concentration there. Very interesting. Probably will try to go something like this. Really like that team. Let me see. My other team that I really like is the Cactus, and that's the one that I drafted last night. Last draft I drafted was Cactus. Let's see. Get these calculations going. And this one too has Shohei on it. But this is the one where I went RP. So I guess that's what it's going to come down to is you have to take Shohei, 100%. Got to take Shohei. And then this is all chalk in here. These guys are going to take how they want, and now they're thinking about team build. The thing about Shohei is you got to not think about team build to the point where other people worried about team build helps you. So it's kind of counterintuitive. But if the whole room is thinking about something, you got to think, I got to not think about that just to get ahead on the room. Whatever, that's a stupid idea. But I know that some pitchers will make it back here. So if the relievers go, I think you can still get 2 relievers here no matter what. I don't think I would take Cade Smith at the turn. I might take Duran at the turn. We'll see. Very interesting. I don't want to take my boy Colt Keith again at the end, but I need to. These last 2 picks here are very, because you're on the turn, these last 4 turn picks are very crucial to this team. And if you see on this team, those last 4 picks actually were. I'm a Colt Keith believer. I see these 424 at bats here. I put it closer to 450, maybe 500 good ones, because he leads off and he got a little juice somehow, some type of little juice. So I'm gonna say Colt Keith's gonna be above on the at bats. But Reese Olson, Joey Cantillo, Kodai Senga. So dang, isn't that a K per 9? That's a K. That's a K an inning. Basically a K an inning, probably right below that for 20, 21, 22. I'm gonna take that. Hopefully I can reproduce something like that tonight after I get some more value earlier in the draft. Anyways, very interesting, very interesting. I was shown another team by people are starting to come out a little bit out of their data they've gathered, because it's towards the end of the Gladiator and it's not close, it's held as close to the vest. But I have seen this team. I know this team has been drafted. This 2026 best team is the team that was drafted. Somebody showed me, and that team would finish. They would have finished 16th last year, so it wouldn't have been the winner. It would have finished 16th. So, very good team. I've seen that team drafted. I forget exactly who's on that team. I wish I had it to pull up, but yeah, we've all seen some good teams drafted. This is another team. Here's another team out of that room. This out of 159 is this guy, and then Cooper Smith had one out of 159. Cooper Smith is a known guy, so we'll talk about him. But because he's the guy, I consider him to be the guy to beat. Everybody's the guy to beat, but I'm very intrigued by the way he's playing the game. I see him as an outlier player, and I really respect that. This current team, this is one that I concocted. I felt like would be all those players would be available to me, and it would finish here. It would have finished here in the 70s. So hopefully I can do something better than that tonight. I've heard people talk about the quality of the room. That is sure not going to help me tonight. Tonight's room is absolutely, totally stacked. I'm going to reach out to some players in tonight's room and see if any of them want to get on the stream and draft, because you know what? I'm untiltable. So I don't mind. I like being in drafts with people. I'm untiltable. What's another team I really like here this year that I drafted that I was really kind of keen on? I wasn't mad at this Lasers team here where I got the big homie. I believe I procured the big homie Garrett Crochet with the 13. Is that accurate? Because that would be really cool. Yeah, that is this team, and I did secure him with the 13. People are talking about this Nick Kurtz, but see, I already have these guys valued low. So here's an early Chandler Simpson. This is one I've heard a lot of top players be off of Chandler Simpson, and I really understand that argument. Now I'm showing him for lower at bats than I was before, 100%. I had him for 450 before, so that has affected. It is about where he hits in the order. I'm still willing to say he could be a 3-category player if he hits the right place in the order and gets a little luck going with him. And I think that would be a juicy 3-category player there. I'm probably wrong about that. But if he hits high in the order and he gets a little luck going, I like it. So this is the team with Chandler Simpson. There's my guy Durbin there at the end. Vientos, Arias, Ohape, crushing this. Absolutely crushing this at the end here. Dang. Laureano, he might be a little bit of a reach, but reclamation project. Let's go. There's my guy, Cade Horton, Burleson. There's my guys. These are the guys people know I draft. Let's go. There's Castillo. Value. Upside. IRL. Bang, bang. Best second half of this season. Reclamation project. This team's not going to win without this guy having a big season, and I think this team's going to win quite a lot. New York Mets, somebody's got to play well for them. And Bonafide, Sun Power. Luis Arias, 600 at-bats, most bats available towards the end of the season. Ohape, how did he fall this far? How did that happen? Got him. Stoked. Really offsets these three right here. Really go good. Tanner Scott, I want him. I'm drafting the 10-10 guy. I show him for 9 saves right here. Oh, cash that. Robert Garcia, 15. Cash those. Tommy Edman. A lot of Dodgers on this team. Dodger. Questionable on Tommy Edman. A remarkable upside. Could get a lot more at-bats than that. Victor Vodnik. Dirty saves. Let's go. Like this team. Anyway, I'm going to reach out to some people. Maybe you guys will watch this live draft going down. The last Gladiator, I think, is drafted tomorrow night. I have things I'm doing with the fam. But this will be my last glad. Kind of see this is the biggest draft of the year. So, yeah, let's go. On to DCs before too long. Listening to podcasts now. People are starting to drop the relevant podcasts. And that's because, and these are the ones I like to listen to because these are the ones where they've been thinking about it. And thinking about it's third level now. It's totally tertiary now. It's knowledge drop down and filtered. So that's where I'm at with it. Got some ones I like. But I will be trying to draft a banger tonight from the one position. All right. Do some chores. Let my brain think about it in a way that's not baseball related and see if I can come up with a new idea. That's where I'm at right now. Maybe I'll see y'all later on. Peace.